So you might wonder why we haven't been shooting too many videos on the Greenbrier YouTube channel over the last 2 months. It's because I'm on my own. We've been so busy dealing with the new database and the fact that we just picked up a ton of really cool new products. We haven't had enough time to really take care of pitching them on YouTube. Honestly, they've been selling before we even have a chance to do a video. These are in such high demand. So here's another really great selection though. Now that we're finally catching up, we'll have a new assistant to help me do the videos coming real soon. And better sound quality and a new studio. We're going to be moving it to a new location soon that's more beautiful, better acoustics, and better selection of stuff right off the wall for me to grab and tell you guys all about. Meanwhile, check out this selection of Sabian custom shop stuff, really focusing on a lot of artisans in this family. Let's start here. This one is ART16F. It is a variant of an artisan crash. Very bright, crisp, and clean. One of the more expensive lines in the Sabian family for a very good reason. If you want one of the best crashes money can buy, that's it. It's crisp, it cuts, it's very clean, no undertones, no overtones, very consistent sustain, and an easy choke. Here's another variation. This one's slightly darker, slightly lower pitched. Otherwise, it's very similar to this one. So if you're looking for the brighter option, 16F, 16G, Art 16G is a little bit darker here. Art A here and Art 16G could be twins. These sound nearly identical. So if you really like the sound and we've sold one or the other, grab the brother or sister. We should have one in stock for at least a little while. These do sell fast. This one's from the AA family, AA18CA. I selected this one because this is a great stable rock crash for crash riding. It's got a very, very strong choke. No overtones or whines when you choke it. And most importantly, when you ride on it as a crash, it's really consistent. So if you like Paramore, AC/DC, any of the kinds of bands, whether you're looking more modern or vintage, that use a lot of crash riding and you're trying to get that kind of sound, this is a staple crash and it's one of the best ones we've ever had in stock. This is 18B8B. This is a B8 bronze cymbal that had a really cool, unique sound. This one sounds 20 times better than any other B8 18-inch crash we've ever had in stock. And I selected it just because it had some slightly different hammering to it that gave it a really bright overtone and a really cutting sound, similar to the Artisan, but with a more tinny, dry texture, whereas these are darker and more complex. This is an Evolution Ozone Crash, 14-inch size. This would either make an amazing hi-hat top for something really zany if you want to try it out, or, of course, it makes a great effects cymbal. Also, very clean choke. You'll notice that about all of these. When you hit inferior cymbals sometimes, you hit them, you choke them, and you can still hear the overtones going. They just won't stop. They won't get out of your recording. It's not going to happen with anything custom shop that I picked unless it's deliberate because of some kind of an effects cymbal that's got really zany out-of-control tones. That's none of these. This is either an AA or an XS20. It's labeled PTAA because I suspect that's the hammering type. The hammering's all been laid so smooth it could as easily be called an XS20. It's kind of somewhere between the two families. This one is a really good multi-use crash ride. This is probably one of the lesser of this family of crashes in a sense. One, because it's an affordable crash cymbal, and two, because of all of them, it has the most overtones. Still very little, but obviously more than an Artisan crash, especially since this one's going to be about half the price. But if you're looking for budget cymbals that are amazing, this is one of the better things between the AA and XS20 family that you're going to pay a very low price for that I handpicked. This one's very bright, but it's got a lot more sustain and body than a lot of these. What you lose is complexity. It's got a very simple, clean, clear tone. These, darker, more complex. This one, HHX18G. This one's kind of like in the suspended crash family, but it's got a slightly flatter profile, so I guess it's somewhere between a suspended and a power crash. This one's interesting. Very interesting is that we labeled this one HHX 18G, kind of an error. This is a 16-inch crash. This one is dark. It is simple as opposed to complex. Very powerful. It's got a medium long sustain, not as much as a suspended, but you still get more body out of it than you do out of, say, an HH explosion crash. So here's a family of a great selection of crashes for a lot of interesting different purposes. Please come by Greenbrier Music and snag one. 540-372-DRUM, greenbriermusic.com.